afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on your YouTube. This is man, Lloyd George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bobby Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, can you believe it? This is the last day of 2023. I mean, it seemed like the year just started. Now, once you hit Christmas, everything goes down here fast. So I hope everybody out there, you have a great upcoming new year. Hope you have a great holiday, hug and kiss anybody you love out there, and let's support these lovely ladies in the sport about that. Well, I have a lovely lady right here in front of me, and she just turned pro about a couple of weeks ago. Can you believe it's been, she turned pro at national. She competed both in women's bodybuilding and physique at national, but she earned her pro card in physique. We have here the lovely Mrs. Amanda Santos, and we'll welcome her and welcome to the IFBB, and we would like to ask her how such a lovely young lady like yourself started in this sport, as we call it, muscle and masculinity. Please share your story.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for taking the time to expose and give me the opportunity to talk to you guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. But it's kind of complicated, but very lovely story. But I'm originally from Brazil. I got into the United States in 2015. And then I played volleyball my whole life. So I always like sports, always like being active. But bodybuilding is a different ball game. It's totally different. It's not just, going to the gym and things like that. I graduated back in 2020. And I had a friend. She was actually a teammate, Amanda. Her name is also Amanda. She started bodybuilding first. So then she got into it. She's a wellness. She's a pro as well. And then about a year later, I was like, I might like to do the same thing as you do. So then I just started going to the gym with her, and then putting more effort into it. And down in Kansas City, there is this very nice community and Flat Fitness. I don't know if you ever heard about it, but it's more like a bodybuilding gym. Very nice equipment, and people, And then that's how I met my coach right now, Ty Jordan. Jordan he has a lot of passion for the sports, and that's kind of how it started. So we started working back in 2022, ending of May 2022. That's when I started the bodybuilding thing. Follow your diet, go to the gym, do everything about how you're supposed to do, and you just fall in love with it. The more you do, the more you want to do it. And then it came 2023. I was supposed to compete first in May, but I wasn't ready. I was not mentally ready for it. So then we pushed to October. That's when I first went on stage. And then after October, we did nationals in December. And then you just want more now, the more you get, the more you want. And it's just a long road for sure.
Well, yeah, like I said, you started out really kind of like a lot of competitors started, late into the sport, especially you have an athletic background you had, and coming from Brazil, Brazil is one of the countries where there's quite a few bodybuilders that come from that country,
Right.
like Natalia Correjo, Abraham Correjo, Carolina Santos, there's Evie Rain, there's,
Yeah.
A long list, especially from in the wellness division, where pretty much y'all dominant in that division. I mean, I
Yes.
think it's a dominant division, but being so like I saw your bio, you're just 26 years old
26.
and 26. And, this reminds me of another person who she started out in another division. And then eventually she got her pro card not that long ago. She had a triple header when she first, and that's the lady that I found a picture of you with her. And that is Hunter Henderson. y'all kind of look alike. Y'all could be cousins.
We're great friends for sure.
Yeah, and Hunter, I
Yeah,
think she was maybe a year younger than you when she made her debut, and that was at Omaha. That was about 2 or 3 years ago.
right.
Then she got her pro card in the USA's, and she took second to Mona Persolate at Tampa.
Right.
And and I was really excited about her because she was young, coming in here, doing pretty good. And I know she had to take some time off because of medical issues, and I think she's more focused on her powerlifting. So,
Right.
how long have y'all two know each other, and when did y'all meet?
We met through Flex, so she used to go to Flex all the time, and then that's how we met. And then we just, start conversations, and then we always play around who's the biggest girl in the gym. But she's supposed to come back to bodybuilding now in 2024, so she's gonna be competing again. and I think she made that exposure before, but I think she's gonna do great. And then she's someone that keeps me accountable. And then but we have a great relationship inside and outside of the gym.
Well, it's good that you have a relationship with Hunter. I think, like I said, impressive young lady. I think she does, and it's good to hear that. I know I heard it, but now I got it from another source, directly from the source, her buddy here, that Hunter, if you guys out there, you're a fan of hers, Hunter Henderson is coming back, and I can't wait. I think she's going to do pretty good.
I think
So, what was, your first show was in Nebraska.
right.
It
The
was,
same one that Hunter did, Omaha.
yeah, and remember, think about it. Yeah, you just pretty much you two. If there was some shows, there was no shows around that year that you could have done. I mean, that could have been like, but you just came close. And what was that like? That feeling that first time you got on stage for yourself?
It was more like, honestly, I felt like I belonged there. I didn't feel nervous. I just feel everything just, put together. And then you don't have time to think, you just got to go there and do what you got to do. There's just a couple seconds. And it was a great experience. But I think I actually got the feeling of actually competing against people and everything in Texas. So Texas was much better than Omaha. Just the aspect of the competition and seeing the people and making friends and connections and going up there and then see more people watching you. So that was a way like much better experience for sure.
Yeah, because I think Texas has become a growing mecca for bodybuilding. I know quite a few bodybuilders are in there. I mean, it's like you go like this. It used to be California was a big mecca for bodybuilding. I remember growing up. I've been a bodybuilding fan before you were born. You still like this is what one of my men would say talking about you. He said like this is my man Jerome. You say like this that you're still wet behind the ears and breath smell like summer night.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and bodybuilding has grown in the last few years and across from not just across America, but across other countries. Like I said about Brazil, there's quite a few, a very healthy fitness background. I know I do content on MMA and mixed martial arts. There's quite a few bodybuilders. I mean, quite a few mixed martial arts come out of Brazil. It's very popular. So, folks, if you want to follow Amanda, her social media stuff is in the description. And you guys, you know my rules. I know you've seen the pictures and stuff like that, and you've been on her social media. But this is no offense to you, man. I tell this verbatim to every guy out there. There's the most supposed most out there. Guys, no D pics. Don't say that. So we got here, my man KL the Wanderer. He just came through. He says, wow, So what was it like when your family, like when you decided to say, you know what, I'm going to become a bodybuilder? What did they say to you? What was their thoughts?
Well, mainly mom and dad, they're very supportive. It doesn't matter what I'm going to do in my life, as long as I'm happy. But the aspect of not eating much, my dad did not like at all. he likes, he likes to be, hey, what are you doing today? Are you going out with your friends? Are you having this? Are you having that? And then I'll say, I mean, besides that, you just gotta, there's some sacrifices you gotta make, and just a couple months off the year, and as long as your mindset is on the right place, it's fine. But my family overall is very supportive. Mom and dad, they never complain. They were very proud. My mom loves to see all the pictures that I sent to her, and all the videos. I haven't seen them in a couple. It's been a while since I haven't been back home, so I plan on going to Brazil in 2024, beginning of the year if I can. And then, they're going to see me. I look bigger. I look different a little bit. So we'll see.
Well, it's good that you have support of your family, because you know what? That's the harder part about being especially for a woman in bodybuilding.
Right.
Because traditionally people don't think that women should have muscle. It's like out of the norm when you see women like yourself and Hunter and all the ladies who compete in the sport. It's just, it kind of defines what they think was femininity, especially you come from a very, as you know, Brazil is a very, traditional country. And I think a lot of people think the idea of women supposed to be, like, I live here in North Carolina, and our women supposed to be a little bit more soft, feminine, appealing. But then you have a different look compared to others. And I think, it's a look that fits you.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But I think the more, bodybuilding in Brazil right now is very exposing, especially when you get two people, 3 people showing up at the Olympic, first first three, top three and things like that. So people start to getting a little bit more familiar with that and comfortable. But even if you're the store right here sometimes and people just look at you different, but I love it.
Yeah, it's good that you have love for it. That's what you have for. We have here a couple more questions from my man KL. He says this. He says, "You're going to have to put me in handcuffs, sending D pics." Just kidding. He's a good dude. He does content on women Bible. He's just kidding. We talking earlier. Me and him. He's a
We're
really
used
good dude.
to this,
Yeah.
we're used to this type of comments and DMs and all of that. It's entertaining.
Yeah, because it's funny. Like sometimes, like one time I was talking with one lady, we were talking like a little conversation about, and she said, "George, you sound like you be in my DM." Say, "No, I have people tell me stories. I wouldn't do this. Me, I wouldn't do shit like that. Now, that's not me." But I've become friendly with some of these ladies, and they'll tell you stuff that when women feel like this is about me. I worked quite a few jobs. I since I was 16, I used to work at a gas station. Then I was working textiles.
Yeah.
I worked with women all day for like almost 13 years, and then I had another little job where I worked at late at night. And we call it a gentleman's club, and the hood we call it the booty club. And I work with women a lot, and women when they feel comfortable with you, they'll tell you stuff. Because I think that is that guys. Some guys can be really nice, and then some guys can be really nasty.
Right. And females are like that too. Some females can be very nice, and others just very nasty.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta
Yeah.
balance the game.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, I'm
got
gonna
to
say.
ask you, George. How did your passion for bodybuilding start?
Well, it kind of started with me when I was around about 8 or 9 years old. My brother, my older brother, he used to play football here in our hometown, and he used to get the muscle max. I used to like read them. I grew up like the tail end of the Schwarzenegger era, and then with Lee Haney and many of those guys. And then when I started becoming into my teenage years, and I'm looking at women like Corey Everson, Laura Craval, and one of my favorites is Krista Bach, a beautiful physique, and because at the same time I was taking care of my mom. She was sick. It was like about 3 years ago. And I started doing this content because it helped me with my mindset. And I
Right.
reach out to ladies like yourself and talk to you and get to share your stories and become really friendly. This is something that happened to me. I went to my first Bible show last year.
Last year.
And yeah, last year I could I worked a lot, and most of I didn't. When I had the time, when I had the money, I didn't have the time. When I had the money, I didn't have time to have the money. But it was great experience to meet people. Like I saw Linda Murray there. I met you did I think you did a shoot with Annie Revicchio. I think you did. I met her. I met Alita Popa. I mean, I also met some women before that. This guy named Glenn. He has a magazine. I'll send you a link to this channel. It's called Amazon Fist Magazine. He had a debut, and I met some ladies who I've become friends with, or did interviews with, and I'm just in awe. I mean, I'm like this. I'm going to say this. I am a muscle purge schmo, but I just respect what you ladies do, and I admire you. I love your physiques, but also admire your personalities. What I learned.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that. No one even asked me that. I really, really, she asked me that. I know, folks, I feel so special. So you can't hear this is from my man. This is from my man KL. He says, "How did you learn learn English? Not that many Brazilian women bodybuilders speak English." Well, like I said, you came here when you were young.
Right. I was 18, so 2015.
Sometimes 15. And like I said, we live in America, you either have to adapt or you have your own way. And, her English is pretty good, and so is Brazilian. I know there's quite a few competitors. I think there's a couple I know. I think Evie Rain, she speaks English pretty good. I think who else I'm trying to think of?
Natalia.
Natalia, most definitely Natalia. Oh my gosh. There's stories I gotta tell about Natalia. I love her. She has a great physique. But there's some stuff that I feel like, this is just me. When you're been champion or you're the top level competitor, you're taking weight, but we're not gonna this is about you. We're sticking with you here, but I just me. Right. But here, I heard that there are prejudice in Brazil with muscular women. Well, it's everywhere, KL. Just but I think like I know even ladies who live in South America, like Mexico, ladies who was from Chile, especially countries like overseas and especially Asian countries, and because like I said, that many of these countries have a very masculine machismo tradition,
right?
And the idea of women with muscle kind of thins them. But like I said, it's a good thing you have support from your father. I know he said, baby, I want you to eat more, but he understands that you have a passion.
Right, they're the phases of the year. But going back to his question, When I first got here, I did not know any English, so I didn't have a choice. At Florida, I had a lot of teammates. They're also Brazilians, so I didn't develop my English that much. But the main, the easiest way for me was I used to carry a notebook like this, and every word I would hear, I'll Google it. And then, by repeating that so many times, I learned it. And also by watching movies, it was the easiest way for me. Or like you find someone that, just put around your side all day long and be like, hey, teach me how to, to speak English, talk English, let me know, the ins and outs. But the easiest way for me was just every word I would hear, I would just Google it and translate it. And then, just repetition, and then sticks in my head. I'm very good at like memorizing things, so it came quickly for me. About 6, 9 months, it was having a conversation.
So you're self-made, that's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
and I have really good memory stuff. Like my man KL, he asked me, he said, George, how can you remember this person, that person? Well, it's just something you learn. You have
Right.
to teach yourself. You have to have the
Right.
mindset of it. So, like I said, this is good that you have a passion for bodybuilding, and and when you did nationals, you were doing both women's physique and women's bodybuilding. And I
Right.
talk about this a lot, how the divisions are starting to meld a bit, where
They
there was some. I did an interview with a lady two ladies who competed in nationals. I interviewed Anastasia Ryder. She just do women's bodybuilding. I interviewed Tamika Tucker. She was doing figure and wellness. As compared to, you see that a lot is doing shows, and you can't tell the difference between who's this division, who's that division.
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
What okay, as a competitor, is there the point that there's not much of a difference between women's bodybuilding and physique in your mindset?
I think it depends to the level. If we're talking to amateur national level, I think you can do both. But when it comes to a professional level, that you're competing with people that's been doing that for 5, 10 plus years, I think you need to pick one. I don't think Of course, if you see women's physique right now, those ladies are amazing. Their physique are amazing, and then you see women's bodybuilding, their physique are even more incredible. So if you want to do at the pro level, like it's my stage right now, of course I'm gonna have to pick one, and my heart has women's bodybuild all over. I love doing
Thank you for saying that.
but yeah, but the goal is just to stay a women's bodybuild and make improvements. The bigger the better.
Yeah, because I think what it is, when physique was developed, it was supposed to be the replacement for women's bodybuilding. But now, when you look at the level of the women now, like just saw that Ashley Jones, she's switching over to women's
Right.
bodybuilding. There's always been a debate that Natalia might need to go up eventually. If you look at the difference between Natalia and Sarah Vilgas, Sarah has that look that I think some people want to say like a throwback to maybe like a Linda Murray maybe,
Right.
and I think Natalia, she's still evolving because like I said, she's only like a year older than you, and that's the thing. I mean, I
Yeah.
think she's been competing a lot longer, and that's what's one thing.
Right. Good point. But you never know. People just like to make changes sometimes and try something new. So whatever comes.
Yeah, it's about taking time. We are here. This is from my man KL. He's a fan. He's always asking questions. He says, yeah, there are a lot of vocabulary that myself, who was born in America, doesn't know sometimes, simply words, but just frequently hearing it and looking up in the Google or dictionary. Yeah, I'm from
Right.
the South, and we talk sometimes like we talk certain words. Yeah, like I said, she went to school in South Carolina for a bit.
Allen University.
Uh-huh. And sometimes like this is me. When I speak certain words, I say them like one thing. If you meet somebody who's really country, when they say beer, like I say beer, they say bar because like a bar.
Right.
So like you want some bar? Say no, that's no bar. Say no beer bar. And somebody say say I say fire, they say fall. I say fall. Well, fall is enough. Fall. So fall for what? It's crazy.
And
You get
that's normal, different parts of the country is just different, language, and they speak their own word. You just gotta blend in and figure it out. But I love
yeah.
it.
Yeah. What people got to figure out about bodybuilding that this is a tough sport.
Right.
It's mentally, physically, financially draining,
Exactly.
especially for a woman. Because you ladies, for one thing, is like I say it like this: with men, all you got to do is put on a pair of banana hammocks and board shorts and tan. That's about it. With you
Right.
ladies, it's hair, makeup, jewelry. Sometimes you have
Every
to,
logo, all of that. Yeah.
yeah, and everything, and your suits, because you have your, if you do prejudging, you have your prejudging suit, then you have your final suit, then all of the costs of like food, training, travel, and it's just tough that as an amateur, it's a
Right.
lot expensive, but then when you hit the pro level, you don't have to pay entry fees anymore, but still, you still have those other costs that come with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I mean, I hope that, with the few years I grow into the sport and, get sponsors here and there and things like that. But at the end of the day, I always have in mind that, I have a job outside of bodybuilding. I have a life outside of bodybuilding. I need to manage both ways so that I'm not sacrificing either way. So, so far, so good.
Yeah, that's good that so you don't make too much sacrifice, but bodybuilding is sacrifice. Folks, we're gonna do this. We're gonna jump into her social media for a bit and look into her IG. She has some nice pictures. I know you guys. That's what you're looking for. But you know my rules, guys. You know my rules. Come on. So behave yourself. So we're gonna jump into her social media for a bit here and look at some stuff here. This is got some nice pictures here. You know, you know.
Yeah, I need to
Uh,
work on that for sure.
yeah, this is the one I used for the cover for this video. It's great physique. Look at the definition. When you at the last show, I know a lot of you ladies have to ask. Sometimes you ask, or you might get critique. What did the judges told you might need improvement on?
I didn't ask for feedback if I tell you that. I was just so excited talking to my friends and people and figuring out what's to do for the night, and then I just missed that step. But of course I know I need to get tighter. My condition was the best on stage. The other two ladies that won my class, they were in better condition than was, but lesson learned, just move on and keep getting better.
Yeah. Well, so you took second, which got you a pro card. And you also competed in women's bodybuilding where you took second. I think you were in light heavyweight, or were you in heavyweight?
Heavyweight.
Heavyweight. So you're right there in the stage. I'm surprised they give you a pro card in that one too, but I don't know why they'll do that in nationals. But they did it with all other divisions.
Yeah, just the winner of the class. But I was actually very excited and happy for the class. We had 15, 17 girls on the heavy class, if I'm not wrong. But it was pretty nice to have all of those competitors in there.
And this is when your buddy's here. She was there at the show too, or
Absolutely, she's a wellness competitor. She's gonna be back on stage this year. That's one of my best friends, Chanel. She was a rock star, just helping me through all the prep and being there, and warming up my foods and cleaning my mess and make sure I was in the right place.
well, that's a good friend. Clean your mess too, because hey, I don't know. No, last person to clean my mess was my mama. She's gone, and she had something to eat. Whoa, what's that? Look like that? Look like a cinnamon bun right there. What's that?
Right. So I am obsessed with pastries, but that's a cinnamon rolls, and the middle one is a white chocolate raspberry tart, and the right one is a peanut butter rice crispy.
Dang, that looks good.
Yeah. That's one of my friends that actually made that. Emily Nelson. She's the one that tagged me on that those desserts. That's sure. Yep, she's right there. She's the one that made the desserts.
Does Emily compete too, or she was
Yeah,
like
she's a figure competitor. She works with Shane
Shane?
Ugly, if I'm not mistaking his last name.
Shane. Well, we'll get to you remember. Just let me know because I'm trying to. Like I said, there's a lot of names. Sometimes I don't always remember all of them.
Right.
But it looks like you enjoying yourself.
Absolutely. Great time.
And who's these gentlemen that you're standing here with here?
Oh, those are my coworkers. They're the ones that handled me when I was grouchy during prep, for sure. So those two are rock stars.
Yeah, well, that's good that you have coworkers that help you like that, especially prep is a thing.
Right. And
And
I hope you bring someone else to keep scrolling down, please. I want to highlight Amanda for sure.
yeah, well, if she's ever interested in coming on here, I'm happy to have her as a guest because you know what.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I love talking to anybody in sport. And here it is, and you did a couple of photo shoots here, and
Yeah.
here's some couple of lovely ladies right here. I mean, and
Right. There's and Amanda's the wellness competitor, and the other one is Kira. She's also a competitor. She's a natural competitor.
yeah, and I know natural is pretty popular, and I think it's not is at the level yet of the IFBB, but people do compete in that.
Right.
And it's good that you have these friends that help you out, and especially with struggles. And that's also is that Amanda also right there again.
Right, that's Amanda. Yes.
All right.
She's my workout partner. She's like a sister to me. We're just being,
You
right?
kind of right there. You kind of almost look alike. I gotta say you kind of look like sisters.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're the big sister. She's a little sister. And and it's good that you found a fondness for the sport.
Exactly.
And and what, like here we see you working out. Which is your favorite workout and least favorite workout, in your opinion?
Oh, that's a great question. I think I enjoy all of them. I mean, I suffer through all of them, but I'll say back is my favorite workout. My least workout is absolutely hamstring.
So anything with legs, everybody hates the legs. I know that's and this is nice, and you're just here sitting on a cookie chair, and
That's my
you know,
year.
yeah,
Yep.
because you love sweets.
I do love sweets. Sweets are the devil to me.
Yeah, who's the little doggy here?
That's Nina. That's my pit bull.
Cute. And here we got a picture with you with your family, and that's your
Right.
dad right here,
That's
and that
my mom and my grandma.
yeah. What's the Spanish? What's the I'm sorry, the Brazilian term for grandma? It's like
Vol.
Vault.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. I get a little on the Brazilian folks. And here you are with your team. You played volleyball,
Ian
and,
was
and-
national champion for volleyball.
yeah, that's good. Volleyball. I used to remember these ladies I used to work with at the job. I used to play volleyball. They used to come in, ask me come in by and watch and play. And I enjoyed it. It was
Nice.
pretty cool. Yeah. So anyway, it's great that you live in your life and you have a fondness for the sport of bodybuilding. And like I said, someone like yourself, so young, because you know what we always talk about. The thing about bodybuilding that we do need young competitors like yourself coming in here. We do need fresh blood. I know there's quite ladies who compete in the EPC for like years for to get their pro card, and you just did your regional, did nationals, and now you're a pro.
Feels good.
Yeah, it feels good. It's a tough way. We got here. This is from KL. He says, "What was it like when you first competed in bodybuilding?" She already said that, but you missed that. But she said she enjoyed it. Also, he says, "This is I am slave for pastries myself at times. Yeah, I can't. I love sugar too. I should be careful because I'm pre-diabetic." We get here from Orlando G. I see you from Orlando. He says, "Hey there, fellas. Hola, Santos." Mola, Bola.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Hey man, you got me. I'm not the one who speak Brazilian. I speak
You doing
English.
good. Hey, you give it the try. I love it.
Yeah, and also we got here. He says this is from Orlando. Hey, my man, my apologies, not keep up. I've been through it because of oh, I'm sorry. He had COVID-19. I hope you're feeling better. Appreciate it. Sorry, to Orlando. I wonder if I haven't seen you for a while. So, as a competitor, you feel like you are ready to step on the stage, or you feel like you need more time to grow and develop?
Well, absolutely, I need more time to grow and develop. Of course, I want to be on stage next year again, but the plan is we're gonna work, and I'll put the work in and see how I'm looking by June. And if I think I'm ready to compete in October, then I'm competing the end of October, and then you figure out where.
Yeah. Well, they already put out the schedule for next year. I don't know if there's going to be any shows in October.
Not in the United States.
Not in the United States. I think the only show I think is in October is the
Right.
Rising Phoenix, the Remaining Muscle Fest. I mean, the Remaining Muscle Fest. Rising Phoenix has to be invite. I mean,
Yeah.
and as long as Andrea's there, yes. Right.
He's awesome.
I mean, she's out. Wait a minute. Give me a second. I'll be right back, folks. I want to show us something. I'll be right back. Hi there. Folks. Oh, just give me a second. Just dropped it. Oh. Oh. Uh, all right, folks. This is something. This is I would call my prized possession. This is my magazine, Andrea Shaw, and she did something really nice. This is why I'm a fan of this lady. She autographed it for me.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
There's a lovely lady. Her name is Eunice Martinez Kitchen. She lives in Texas. She
Mhm.
runs Bad Rap Apparel. It's a apparel company. Also, they want to sponsor bodybuilders. I'll send you a link. You want to check her out. And she was there at Olympia. She's been talking to Andrea, and she signed it for me, and she sent it to me for like before my birthday. And I appreciate that. Eunice is a great lady, and and
So
that's
that was
why
your
I.
birthday gift.
Hmm?
That was your birthday gift.
That was my birthday gift because, like I said, I just turned 49 last month.
Hmm.
And like I said, that's why. Yeah, that's why I say you still. That's why I call you right behind you. It's breast symbol that because I remember when I was 26. Yeah, what I was doing, I was working and I was living with mom, and
Which job was working?
yeah, that's it. I tell you, yeah, God, it seemed like an easy ago since I was 26. We got here. This is from a man, Stephen Prey. Um, he says, "Hello, do you speak Portuguese or Spanish or both?" Well, it's Brazilian, which is somewhat a dialect of Portuguese,
Right.
if people know. But I don't think you speak any Spanish, do you?
I understand Spanish, but I do not speak Spanish. It's
All right.
mostly Portuguese and English.
Yeah, I mean, I'm poquito, mucho poquito. So, also, also this is from KL. It says, "How big do you want to grow?" It could, if I could ask you this question. So, we feel like you want to be. You want, like, there's certain levels. You want to feel like let's put an example. Like, let's say you want to be like Andrea, or you want to be like Anastasia Kobaleva.
I want to be like Andrea. I'll put that in. Okay.
That is, like I said, Andrea is she is the complete package. Beautiful,
She's
great
beautiful,
physique.
she's feminine, she's, gorgeous and classy. I think, not just Andrea, but I also like Christina a lot. Her physique for me is very beautiful.
Christina Mendoza.
Right, Mendoza.
Yeah, I think she's a great physique. I think one thing we were disappointed she didn't compete this year at the Olympia.
Right.
Also we saw that one of your fellow countrywomen, Arsenio Barrito, she had an injury and a setback. I hope she recovers. And also there's Lavinia Barros, who I follow. I think she beautiful
Beautiful
physique.
physique, yeah.
I mean, and she's just as young as you.
She's very young. She's my age, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, 26. And that's why I said that I think that's what will help bodybuilding when you have these young competitors coming here. Because you have a lot of days like, okay, I think Andrea's turned 40 this year.
Right.
You have like people like Hel Trevino, she's almost 50. Think right there in the youngest, I think the youngest that was at the Olympia was for women's bodybuilding was Michaela, and also Michaela Akoff for women's bodybuilding. She's like, I think Michaela's 28, 27, and you have Natalia who's 27. And that's what it needs. It's the young people that keeps things going, but also respect the older people who hit that level of muscle maturity. Because I did quite a few ladies who are in their 40 to 50 plus, and they really to hit that level. So I mean, he started off with one fish. Like good example is Sherry Priami. She was physique for a good while, and she came in the sport a little late in life, and then she really top four competitor at the Olympia, and that's pretty good for a woman her age, you know. And who do you admire in this sport as a competitor?
I mean, of course, Andrea, Christina. I love Hunter. I know when she comes back, she's gonna make a lot of, statements out there. Just, I love their work ethic. They keep it simple. They do what they have to do every day. And of course, I like Natalia too. I think I love her physique. And I missed the opportunity to meet her here when she came to Kansas City to visit our gym. Busy hours at work, couldn't make it, but there's so many ladies out there that you just, hard to name everybody, but I would say, a lot of people, even at amateur level, you see a lot of ladies is like, wow, you have really great shape. Congratulations. Just beautiful to see everybody working.
Yeah, it's good that you. It's good to have these people. I like I said, I love. Like I said again. I love Andrea Shaw. I get kind of stalkerish and possessive about her. 'Cause, you know what I mean. And I love people like. I'm a fan of Hel Trevino. I'm a fan of Mila Ash. I've met and interviewed Rashana Boswell. That's one lady who I've become really cool with. It's great to these ladies who represent the sport, and it's tough. Like I said, being a woman because, like I
Right.
said again, society's not open to the idea of women muscle. We have a question from man KL. So he says this is what is your favorite music to work out to in the gym? What you like to work out to? Are you like easy listening music? You like a little cooler? What do you like to listen to?
I like a lot of if I tell Katy Perry, that's what I listen to
Okay.
sometimes. I
I
like
got the eye of the tiger.
I'm that type of person, I look mean at the gym, but I'm listening to the most soft music ever. But I love electronic music, remixes, R&B, music from back home. Not a big fan of country songs. Sorry, I listen to a couple here and there, but not my type.
Yeah. Well, when I used to work out, because I had to take a step back from working out for a while because I had some medical issues I didn't take care of. I listened to this. I listened to like a lot of classes. I could be like, I got some 50 Cent on me. I got some classic stuff like
Right,
I some like I even have I have like a the Bee Gees. This is like you probably don't know who they are. The Bee Gees, Staying Alive, or I listened to some Wham. This song, I'm kind of eclectic too about when I listen to music. Country music, it's depending on who's singing it. I can listen to it pretty good.
right. I like
Uh,
the old music style, the 2000s, the 90s. That's my style right there.
yeah, I think with me, since that was the time, that was the area I grew up in. So yeah. We got here. This is from a man, Rolando D. G. He says he saw the magazine. He says, "Oh, Andrea was on the last muscle development cover. Very beautiful cover. Yes, because they said that Muscle Development magazine is Indian its publication, and it's great to see someone like Andrea representing women's bodybuilding because you know as a fan of you ladies don't get as much credit as you deserve.
Right,
And I said again, it's expensive to be a woman in this sport. When you do like right now, you're an amateur. You're not getting paid. It's mostly just you're not winning money and prize money or like that. You're just putting money in to get money out of it. And a lot of ladies like to do like especially I know you probably did some photo shoots after the show because and this is no offense to you. This is I call them what they are. They are the B2B websites. It's my language, but but it's the way for women to make you have a good job. That's good, but it's a way for you ladies to make money after the show, especially when you do a show and you don't get in the prize money part of it. You got to get something out of it.
right,
Yeah, and that's why I believe that it should be like if now you're in the pro level and now you have to pay your pro card every year. It should be something like some benefits, like on your job you have benefits. Like okay, if something happens to me, I got my short-term disability. If I guess if I got my insurance and stuff like this. I think that's what you compare to me because we had a lot of people getting sick, some people passing
yeah.
away. I know you have to also take care of yourself because blood work and all stuff like that. What do you think you need as a competitor to make it in this sport?
Absolutely. I'll say what you kind of your idea is kind of like a federation or like an organization or even a union. You see so many private organizations that has a union that protects and gives benefits. But that's kind of an idea. Just more exposure. The magazine about Andrea, that's amazing. Exposing the female bodybuilding. You can have muscles and still be beautiful and classy and feminine. And absolutely, it's sponsored. Supplements are very expensive. Vitamins are very expensive. Everything's expensive right now. But I kind of have an idea. I kind of on the lines that what you just say right now. Maybe a union for people that turn pro. That'll be a cool idea. Sign up for a union. Maybe you got some benefits. Maybe you have more exposure. Maybe you have something out of it, not just putting in, putting in, putting in.
That's true because you know what it's tough because you know what you mostly it was a movie. I know you probably it came out when you were young. It was called The Incredibles, and there's a part in the movie where Bob, the main hero in Mr. Incredible, he's talking to his boss. He says, "It's your job to keep us in the black," and and that's insurance. He worked for a insurance company. And the thing is, you want to try to make something out of it. I mean,
Right.
that's why a lot of ladies do like the photo shoots and they do the video shoots because it's a way to help income. Some ladies have OnlyFans. I know some that you wouldn't do, but it's a way for someone to make income for themselves in between shows. And like I said, you have a job. Some ladies also have jobs, and some work as trainers. They work in the sport, and that helps them out to
Right.
make income in between the shows because this year I think I saw the schedule. Last year was kind of low for I think, especially for women's bodybuilding. I mean, I know a lady who did a show. She, didn't get a pro card, but she won in her division. And I was talking to one lady that she was trying to fight to get up keep her pro card because you know they say it was enough people. It's just I think it really it's a lot of pushback for your division for women's bodybuilding, but physique it's also getting the same pushback. In fact, is the division is starting to evolve.
To
As I
evolve.
said again, yeah. And then you look at something like the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, and they don't have either one of those divisions, even figure. And it's tough when you don't have a platform to perform for yourself as a competitor.
Right. Good point. I
Yeah,
agree with you.
yeah. We got his is from my man Rolando says, Amanda Santos, I admire your music from Brazil. You are aware it's called hi what's say it's some
Sambando,
oh Sabadio. Thank you. So
Sambando, yeah.
Axe, what's that name? You put names. She can say the name for me because I can't see it. Axe. I see Axe.
You man like Ashe.
Yeah, from I adore those from your culture. Yeah. Hey, Rolando, do me a favor. Put things I can understand because I'm the one who's reading it here. All right. Also, this is from Man KL. He does content on women's bodybuilding. Also, it says be aware of sessions at OnlyFans.
Right.
Yes, this the thing is, like I said, this is a quote from one of my favorite movies, Batman Begins. Liam Neeson as a Harry aka Ra's al Ghul says to Bruce Wayne, beware your surroundings at all time, young Master Wayne. Never give up sure footing for a killing blow. And also he says this, he says, I do indulge sessions, so I am not going to complain. We know you indulge because I think this thing is about you ladies. Your fan base is mostly it's us guys. You break it down to if you look at the other divisions, if you look at men's bodybuilding, it's going to be men, guys who are come say come sa, some women, and then you look at the women's divisions that will get more attention by the mainstream. It'll be bikini and wellness because it fits the ideal of femininity. But with you women, I think, especially women's bodybuilding, physique, and even figure, I think figure might be a little bit more closer to like the bikini, but then those women are starting to really evolve to levels where they're almost not too far from physique.
Yes, some figure ladies are just wow, incredible.
Yeah, like one person, yeah, like someone like Jessica Benitez Reyes, Lola Montez. There's
Right.
one young lady. Her name is Lena Ramsteiner. I mean, she looks impressive. You know, as you growing as an athlete, what is your feelings and thought about this sport? Do you, like I said, I know you say you truly love it, but there's so much you have to sacrifice for yourself, time and money. And do you feel like there's days where you say, you know what, I just want to lay home and when lay in bed and watch TV bonbons?
Of course we all feel like that sometimes, but my personality is just like I'm always on the go. Kind of like you. I started working. I was pretty young, and I'm always like, I either gotta go work now, go to practice, go to volleyball, go back to school, go to class, eat, sleep, do everything again. So like my whole life, I kind of have a routine going on for me. And when let's say I'm on vacation from work, and that breaks that routine, I'm at home sitting on my couch. It's like I gotta find something to do, or it's just gonna drive me crazy.
Yeah, because I understand that. I used to work two jobs same time, and then after a while, I had some medical issues. I have a pacemaker now because I had a heart attack on one of my jobs. My
I'm
family told me,
ready.
yeah, and I'm still doing pretty good. And then I took care of my mom for a good while. And then after she was gone, I had to take care of myself. And I
Mhm.
can tell you, it's tough. You need something to. That's why I love doing content and interviewing ladies like yourself. It really gives me something to do, and also I enjoy talking to women like yourself in the sport. Get your thoughts because I think if you look at right now, especially on the platforms of social media, it's not enough of us that gives it. Like Kale, he does some interviews with ladies in bodybuilding. He got a couple coming up. There's guys like the Female Bodybuilding Channel. Have you ever heard of them? There's Didi on the Spot. There's David Bryan over at Female Bodybuilding Forum. We want to give y'all ladies a voice because not enough people do. Because everybody's gonna pay attention to most to the men.
Right.
Mhm.
And we appreciate you for that, taking time and putting effort to give us some exposure. That's impressive.
Yeah, we enjoy that stuff. So here we have here's from my man Michael Boyce. He says, "Love these muscles." He said dedicated to the steel, and
Mhm.
also I don't know. He has a question to ask. I usually don't ask it. And I just do it for him because he's a fan. He says, "Would you love a bicep flex?"
Bicep flex. We do a bicep
Uh,
over here.
there you go, Michael. Now, okay, you got a flex. So okay, now you can put away your tissue and your lotion. You're good. Yeah, it don't take much for these guys. I know. I'm
Right.
ashamed because I think we just love the beauty of women with muscle. It's just I love regular women too. And I think all women are beautiful, but you women are special breed of women. Like I said, you're doing something that is tough. It can, like I said, one thing, bodybuilding is very risky. You're like, especially when you're on stage, people look at you, when we look at you on stage in the most everyday small, it's like you're vascular, you're shredded, you're grainy, you got the full muscle bellies. But that's when y'all ladies are tired, you're dehydrated, you're sleep deprived, you're hangry. I mean, you go through all of that, and then when they told you, said to you, Amanda Santos, you are an IFBB pro. What was that feel in your
It
head?
was great. I mean, it didn't feel real for a couple hours. I was just, okay, what I'm gonna do now, what I'm eating for dinner. But it feels good. It feels like a validation. That's the feeling you have. And I know, not everybody got the pro card on the first time they try. And, I had that in the back of my mind. But at the end of the day, I think I was confident. I knew I would get it. But it feels great. It feels like a good validation to like, okay, now it just keeps getting better and better and better and more competitive. And I like the competition of it, especially on the backstage. Everybody look at each other. Like, okay, she got nice legs. Oh, she got really nice core. Nice upper body. So you kind of start to compare each other, and I like that feeling. That feeling of like, okay, I gotta put the work up there to show my case too. So I like that competition side of it more than just the award. I think I like the process and the suffering more than I like the prize. If that sounds right.
Yeah, I think because I know people. I think one thing you're back there on stage, you seeing all these other different people, and especially getting spray tan but naked. That's one thing,
It's like, okay, there we go.
and I heard that stuff is cold.
It's
Oh,
cold, yeah.
I mean,
And then you guys stand in front of fans and everybody just,
yeah.
open
And
up.
then also, I know when I did an interview with one lady, she's amateur. Her name is Paige Sandra. She told me like one thing is that it is the most funkiest back there because you can't wear under it. You can't wear anything. She told me the secret. What she did was she used this like fabric softener to put in her armpits, so when she helps out a little bit, so it doesn't
Okay.
ruin it doesn't ruin the tan and it doesn't sleep.
Right.
We're here. We got here. This is coming from my man Rolando. He says, Amanda, would you want a pro car someday? Well, she's already a pro, Rolando. Seems like California is the main place for them. Well, it's spreading all over. Florida, Texas. I've interviewed the other day a lady who lives here in my home state of North Carolina. There's quite a few ladies who compete who are in North Carolina.
Nice.
Here. Yeah. Also, we got here. This is from KL. There are women who compete. They stop because of the medical issues. How long would you say you compete? And George, you hater because I was asking you skip my flex request. Hater. Yeah, I'll be a hater. But I'm not a hater, KL. I'm a particular type of criminal. I'm an anarchist. I love anarchy. I'm like a dog taking cars. I just love, chaos. That's my other half. I'm sorry. He comes every now and then, I gotta
That's
go.
awesome.
Yeah. Also, this is from this is from man Mike Boyd says, next Miss Olympia, go for it. Yeah. She has to win the show first to get to Olympia. And she says she's not gonna compete next year. It's the year after next because she wants to grow. And that's
Right.
the thing is, what's the plan for your growing? Like what's your diet or what's the building blocks for
No,
yourself?
I'm still on the reverse diet, and the plan is to do a blood test in about 2 3 weeks and see where we stand, and then the game plan from now on. I just have a really good relationship with my coach Ty Jordan. I think he's a very smart guy, and he sees me at the gym every day. He lives about 20 minutes from me, so it's different when you have a coach that sees you, that knows you, that know how you train, now you how you push. He can tell by just the way I walk at the gym if I'm tired, if I'm tight, if I need more food, if I don't. So I think that's the best part of having a coach around you, so that he can, because pictures are one thing and then seeing in person are different. You
Mhm.
know,
I think a lot of people that most ladies I know ladies probably they coach never met the coach, because
right,
sometimes like you got guys like Hyson Nasir or Sherry Starnes or those type of coaches. Usually they coach offline by phone. I know one lady she finally got to meet her coach a while back, but it's good that Ty's there. He's close to you.
right,
Whenever sometimes you might need say what he'll look over and say like, okay, we might need to fix that, fix that,
right,
and it's good that you have that good bond because I know some ladies. I remember I talked to one lady. She's a fitness competitor and she was under coach of a pro level bodybuilder, and he gives the same kind of plan you get to a guy. But men and women, we are two different. We're
right,
the same species, we're humans, but we're different. Where KL says genders, I say breeds, and you know what? But what works for a man may not work for a woman.
right,
You have to factor in a lot of things that, like I say, women, you have menstrual cycles. You have also, there's so many different things. Your body chemistry between men and women are so different. So
right.
it's good that Ty is working with you and really has a plan for you. Um, this is from uh, Mike Boyce. He says Instagram is also has them now. You can go on to Instagram is very popular. We just went on her IG a while ago, and he called you Ms. Muscles. So
Muscles.
I'm telling you, you got a fan here. This is how it is sometimes. Like the episode of Chappelle's Show when Charlie Murphy meets Prince, and he's taking this guy Nikki Free, and he said, "Hey, George got a new girl. She's fine as a motherfucker." That's how they act like. They act like
And that's the reason how you just find us, you just very, active on social media, and we love it. I love it personally. I think it takes a lot of effort and time for you to look for people to set everything up. So it's much appreciated. Okay.
yeah.
So we should highlight you as well.
Well, I do appreciate you, ladies. When I get like when I make like I do videos, I do a thing called comparison videos. You go check out my YouTube channel, and I've had ladies who saw them saying they liked them because they liked how I remember one lady said I did a comparison with her. Another lady I said I like George how you did it because you didn't sexualize us. You
Right.
sexualized it. You talked about us. We did talk about because I'm married to physique. I talk about stuff, but I didn't go like, wow, she just got some big muscles. I just like I gotta it's crazy because there's a smoke shade. You ever heard of it? I'm gonna, and I told you a long time ago when I heard about it. Say, when you ladies rock hard, we'll rock hard, and it's exciting to get feedback from you ladies and to and just become have I've ladies I've become friendly with, have good friendships. Tomorrow I'm doing a live stream where I do every Monday. It's called Most Talk Monday, and I got a couple ladies who I've become really good with. They come on. And I also have a friend. His name is he's a pro. He's IFBB pro, and we talk about what bodybuilding needs and how it needs to grow. This is from a man, Rolando G. He says this. He says, Amanda, I can see you going against Christina Mendoza. I would root for you though I do have a soft spot for Christina Mendoza. I adore my Brazilian women the most. Oh, you got I'm telling you, you got a fan. Also, Mike Boyce says, are you on Instagram and TikTok live chat? So you just got your Instagram. That's all you got, right?
Yes.
And and also I think you have a Facebook also. I think you're on too much of it
I do
already
have
as
a
well.
Facebook also. No,
Yeah, so that's like because if you want to follow her, guys, that's all in the description down in the description box of the YouTube video. But you know my rules, guys. Stick to them. Be respectful. This is a lady right here. She's trying to talk with me. So we won't even hold her too much long because I know you got a busy day.
yeah.
It's Sunday, and then and then it's New Year's Eve. I know you want to go kick it with the family. I mean, what's the plan for New Year's?
I have a very good group of friends, about 4 or 5, not much, and then we just hang out most of the time. So that's basically. I don't have family in town. All my family is too far away for me to travel. So my friends are my family, so they're my support group, and we don't have much plan. Just hang out, grab something to eat, or cook something, or maybe go to a little gathering. But it's too cold. I don't like the cold.
It's like I said, I'm like I said in North Carolina when it snows just half an inch, everything goes crazy. I know people. My oldest niece, she was in the military. She was in Buffalo.
Right.
She's like 5'4". She said it was snow so bad it was up to her chest,
Oh my.
and
Yeah.
we couldn't handle it out here. We just everything. It's one thing we shut everything down. We just half an inch of snow. Imagine if it's like a whole foot. We got here. This is from my man, K.L. Wonder. That's a contraction about over sexualization them, but a lot of women sexualize themselves also. Well, yeah, that's true. But like I said, then some women, they, like when us men, as men, we don't take it to a limit.
Right.
I know it's just a contradiction, but it's all up to that person. And I know the thing is that this is the thing about bodybuilding, especially
Mhm.
for the women. They do have to present themselves as something, especially for the mainstream. And it's a way, especially these sites that are like I said, her biceps, OnlyFans. Those are ways for them to make money. But
Right.
you have to realize that it's entertainment, and it's one thing if you take it to a certain level. You have to respect that they do this for a living, but also, you just gotta be like have the mindset just to be young. Also, we have this is from Michael Boyce. He says Tuesdays is Papa John's night, regular, no topping pizza, and a 2 liter Pepsi. Me, I'm just gonna be here at the house just chilling, and I might watch the ball. But I might, like Money Mike said in Friday After Nick says, I might just drink a drink and watch a Grinch. So,
George, I have a question for you.
yes.
Whenever you stand up to go grab the magazine, I saw the couple awards in the wall back there. Are they
Oh,
yours or
no, some of them are my nephews and my older brothers when they played football. I wasn't that good of an athlete. I played football, but my biggest I created 2 fumbles and retrieved 1 in the game. I'm not
there
that
you
much.
go.
I'm I did all right, but I wasn't. My brother and my nephew were better players. Here we get here. This is from man. Ronald says women know their power. Yes, they know their power, and also this is from Mike says been on a diet and with, withering down to 225. That's pretty good
That's
because
good.
before my mom passed, I was almost 500 pounds,
Wow.
and yeah, and then I'm now at 399. I
Great.
mean,
That's
it's
a lot
tough
of
to
work.
change. Yeah, and that's the thing about people got to remember about bodybuilding that food is important part of being a bodybuilder.
Yes. I
And I
think,
know
60%, 70% of it is all about food. Either you have much or you don't. It's just that's hard to deal with.
Yeah, yeah, and like sometimes it's temptation. Like like you saw a while ago. When you had the Cinnabons like that, and you're like, I know that tastes so good. And what after that? What else did you eat after the show? What was the?
I
What was
am a barbecue person all the time. I love barbecue, rice, and beans. That's all you can give me. I'll eat that all day. It's
that's
just
all right.
that's
That's
all we
all.
eat at home too. Rice and beans and meat.
That's like around here too. Rice, beans, barbecue. That's southern. That's just about southern. That this is a question from Kale. He want to ask me. He said like this: what position you played football, George? I played defensive tackle. That's why I played.
There you
So
go.
yeah, that's why I played. I play KL. So and also this is from KL says there always is doing creepy stuff. They're not going to think about consequences. And I know it is, and also he says this, how much do you eat during your competition? And what's your meal? Like how many meals do you eat during the day?
You mean the day before or the day off?
Either one.
Well, the day before I had a lot. I had a big meal in the morning, so about a lot of rice and potatoes and ground beef, and then throughout the day, about I don't know, 150 grams of rice and 100 grams of chicken for about 4 or 5 meals. And then before I went to bed, I had about 200 grams of potatoes, 200 grams of rice, and 180 grams of steak. And that was the day before. But in the morning, it was a lighter meal. It was one muffin, 100 grams of egg whites, a little bit of peanut butter, and a little bit of potato.
Mhm. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a good diet you have. It's healthy. You want to be one thing. Also, I think you also like low carbs. High protein diets is also that works for you. I know sometimes you get tired of chicken and rice and broccoli. Yeah, that
You
is.
know, one thing that actually works for me is like when I get over my seasoning and my cooking, I just ask a friend to cook for me. Hey, can you make chicken for me? That's all I need.
That's
It
good.
kind of gives a little, oh, okay, I had something different today. But it's just putting your mind, the end of the day, still damn chicken.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That man is the one doing the cooking, ain't
Yeah,
it? So, folks, like I said, we're not gonna hold too much longer, and we do appreciate the time she gives us. And I know she's a busy lady. And what this is what I will say to everybody out there: if you're interested in Amanda and you want to sponsor, because sponsorship does help
absolutely.
these ladies in sport. If you're someone who has a plan and it's a plan that really works. Say, but not something like this. Like, hey, Amanda, I saw your pictures. I mean, you're a cute girl. You're really buff. You get me excited. No, 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 no. Say, like, Miss Santos, I have a plan. We want to work with you on something. We want to, succeed in your career as a bodybuilder. So if you are interested, we'll lay it out for you. We'll see how things work, and from there on, we'll sponsor you. That's what life ladies will love to hear from people out there. I know there's guys out there for all these ladies. You have the time, you can, have set something in paper, in writing, and make it where it's more, really lucrative for both you and her. And this has really helped in the long run because, like I said, it's an expensive sport. The cost of travel, the cost of food,
Very expensive. Yeah. Everything.
coaches, supplements. Who's your posing coach? Your
I actually started with his name is Mauricio. He's from Brazil. So he does a lot of posing with the Brazilian bodybuilders back there. So I reached out to him first. And then there's this lady back in Kansas City. Her name is Rebecca Woody. So she helped me out a little bit as well too. So I had basically two helping me out here and there.
yeah, that's good. That's
I
good.
just want to take a lot of different point of views, and I learn a little bit from one person, a little bit from another person, and then I kind of come up with my whatever works better for me too.
It's good. It's good for you, I think. And folks, but we do, like I said, we do like to appreciate Amanda for her time. I mean, wish her best of luck. Because like I said again, she's gonna be stomping the big dogs. Wednesday she might stare stage with Andrea and Christina, and yeah, and I like to say, yeah, one of the I would love to, it's been a long time, like I say, I would love to go to a show. I got to take a space a while back, had to get some work there in my car. Oh God, I hate a car. And once if I get opportunity, I would love to see you compete. But like I said, I appreciate that.
The
But
closest will be Atlanta. They have the show down in Atlanta,
yeah,
Georgia.
I think they have two shows now. I think there's a Linda Murray show and a new show. I think it's called the Clash or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you also have Tampa Bay. That's you're supposed to be. I went to Savannah last year, but what happened was I missed my train, and my niece had to come over from Atlanta and take me back home.
you miss it there.
Yeah, I missed my train. I should have. I thought I got just enough time to catch it, but anyway, got it. That's on me. But this is from John Doe. He says, "Happy New Year's, George and Amanda. And Amanda, keep up the good work and dominating the bodybuilding stage. Thank
Absolutely.
you." There, John, and John also says, "Happy New Year." Oh, he's just repeating. I thought it
Right.
was a different thing. And also, cheat meal. Well, her cheat meal is she likes sweets. So yeah. And also, this is from Mike Boyce. It says, "You need to interview also celebrities into it too." Well, it's hard to get celebrities because most of the time they don't. A lot of people who like bodybuilding don't want to admit they do, and they do. They're come on, they're not gonna talk to me. They're gonna talk to somebody else. Who's I just have a small channel and just a few people that follow me and but if I was somebody maybe important, you want to talk to you, but I love talking to women. So young lady like this who has a passion for a sport and who looks like she has a great future. I just want to shout out to one young lady a while back, Paige Sambrin. She has to step away. She's a frequent competitor because of medical issues. Shout out to Paige. She's a great young lady. I hope she does good outside of sport. But folks, one last question I want to say this. In the whole is bodybuilding, what would you like to see change in your mindset?
In my mindset,
Mhm.
I would
Get you tough.
say so. Whenever you deep into prep, there's some certain days they're like, Jesus, is this really what the heck I want to do? I would say the mindset before people going to, or like someone that wants to try it. If your mind is not in the right place before you start your prep, don't think it's gonna get better. Is in reality you're just gonna have more challenges if you're not mentally prepared. And whatever you tell your mind you're gonna do, you're gonna do. It doesn't matter, the situation where you are. Right? But I would say, before I start every prep, I want to make sure I'm mentally ready more than I'm physically. Because physical will come if you put the work, but mentally you need to be prepared before you get into it.
Yeah, that thing is you have to have the mindset. You
Right.
can't go to sport thinking that one thing and thinking another. You have to understand, like I said, the sacrifice you have to make, the time you have to make. I know the money you have to put in. I know there's times where you want to spend more time with your family and friends, but you have to be ready for prep. I know sometimes you can't go out like you want to, especially you're young. When you're young, you should be able to go out, have a good time, meet some people. I mean, I know ladies told me that sometimes they go to like a birthday party or barbecue. They have to bring their own
Yeah.
food, because you can't eat the barbecue like you like, or you can't eat the rice and beans you want. You have to eat whatever is in your plan,
Right.
and you have to be consistent. That's the one thing about bodybuilding.
Be consistent. Every day you're making that choice. It's not just when you season, but off season maybe.
hmm Well, I have a lady told me that I do Cuban goodbyes, but I do appreciate your time, Amanda.
Absolutely, me too. And it was a
Yeah.
pleasure meeting you and getting to know you and having that conversation. And again, we appreciate you doing that for us.
Well, you know what? I this is from my again one of my favorite movies. I know Kale hates it because I love the whole Batman Chris Nolan trilogy, where at the end of Batman begins when Jim Gordon says to Batman, "I forgot to thank you," and Batman turns around. You never have to, because like I said again, I enjoy doing this. This gives me a purpose. After my mom passed, I have much to do. Like I said, I don't have no kids. I have no wife. I have me. I have my family, but they do their own thing.
You know,
And I enjoy talking to ladies like you, giving your mindset and just respect what you get to sport. I feel like again, I feel there should be more consideration for you competitors, especially for you women, because like I said, you sacrifice a lot as a woman, your time, yourself, your health sometimes, and just your mindset. Because I know I've talked to ladies that sometimes this sport can get to your head sometimes, and then take you to a dark place. But it's good that you have a passion for it, you love what you do, and I think you have a good future. Like I said, it's young people like you, it's your youth who's keep the sport going. It's also the veterans and the pros, the ones who've been in the sport for a long time keeps it going. But it's again, it's the you. I call you. You have your boots on the ground, 10 toes down, and you have a great future in the sport. So right here we get here. This is from man Mike Boyce. He says, he loves cake. Yeah, yeah. Or I think talking about this guy we was talking about. I love cake too, and but I would say I appreciate your time. I,
absolutely.
and I thank you. I'll shout out to here my man Michael Boyce who came through, my man Rolando G, my man John Doe, also my man Kale the Wanderer. Anybody who watched this video, comment, subscribe, like, support these women in the sport of bodybuilding. Like I said, this is a tough sport. It is a sport that takes a lot of time out of them. But like I said again, if you want to follow her social media stuff is in the description. You know my rules, you guys out there. I know she's an attractive young lady. You saw her pictures. You get excited, but be respectful. No D-pics. Stop it. Get some help, please. All right. Anyway, thank you, Amanda. Best of luck to you, and hope to see you. Yeah, Happy New Year. Also Happy New Year to all you out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, and we're gonna go into a new year, 2024. And I hope we, yeah.
No.
It, well, like a man saying, different number, same shit. That's almost saying.
Exactly.
Anyway, folks, I'd like to thank y'all for coming through. Share, comment, subscribe, follow Amanda, support her in her path of bodybuilding. Thank you for all you who are here. And I will say to you again, everybody, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all those stuff. And this is your man, Always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe. I am out. Happy New Year, and thank you all.
Happy New Year's. Bye bye.
Bye.